Seth Rollins just issued one final warning before WrestleMania, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also see what's going on with Roman Reigns and this scrapped Bray Wyatt story. Let's start things off with this scrapped Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss story from WWE 2K22. In reality, there was absolutely zero story and follow-up to Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss's split. Everyone thought we would see some sort of back-and-forth battle between both of these evil characters of Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt following their split at WrestleMania 37. But what did we get instead? Absolutely nothing. No closure, proper payoff, or anything like that at all. So everyone's time that they invested in with Alexa and Bray story from July 2020 to April 2021 was wasted. But according to some PC modders that have been able to dig into the WWE 2K22 files, 2K seemed like they had plans to address the Alexa and Bray storyline and give some closure within the video game. According to these leakers and modders, this scrap storyline from the game takes place well after the events of WrestleMania 37, obviously after Alexa Bliss had stunningly turned on Bray. So how does he get Alexa back within the storyline? Well, Bray Wyatt makes a new friend, which is Dana Brooke. Bray basically does what he did to Alexa Bliss. He possesses Dana Brooke, but to a whole other level, even more than what he did to Alexa Bliss. Bray Wyatt turns Dana Brooke into a full female version of the Fiend. Bray liked his partnership with Alexa, but if you noticed, he really didn't give Alexa the honor of being the full version of the female Fiend. He gives her some tips and tricks, maybe shared some secrets, but Alexa never had the honor of literally being a female Fiend. But in this storyline, Bray Wyatt is obviously so frustrated with what Alexa Bliss did to him that he goes all in on this Dana Brooke possession. And at that point of this story, Alexa would still be evil, still have Lily, and all these other abilities. So Bray most likely figured that this would be the only way of having the smallest chance to defeat Alexa. The modders even found a promo from Bray within the game files that takes place during an episode of the Firefly Funhouse. Bray would introduce his new friend, Dana Brooke, to his Fireflies, but renames Dana Brooke to the Shiend. Then there's also some commentary lines that mention that the Shiend would be making her terrifying WWE debut against Bray Wyatt's former associate, Alexa Bliss. The modders also discovered that there's a hidden Firefly Funhouse backstage arena hidden in the files, and that player would have been able to have a storyline with the Fiend in the My Rise mode as well. But that has all been scrapped and will obviously never see the light of day. But what is interesting is 2K Studios actually having an intriguing continuation for that Alexa and Bray storyline. When you compare that story idea to what we got in real life, which was nothing at all, you can definitely appreciate with what they were at least attempting to give us. A lot of people were invested in that storyline, from content creators to casual fans. Everyone wanted to see what was next for Alexa and Bray. So just to be left on a cliffhanger like that and basically be left on that cliff forever with no closure is really unfortunate. Feels like you invested time for no reason. But it definitely would have been interesting if WWE even did something similar to 2K's idea here. What if after WrestleMania 37, Bray Wyatt did find another woman that was sort of lost and basically possessed her in order to get back at Alexa Bliss? Obviously, you can't have a Bray Wyatt versus Alexa Bliss match, so the only way to ever get back at Alexa was with the assistance of another woman. And that could have been your story right there. Why did Alexa first leave Bray? Well, she said that she realized that she was able to do all these things and learned all these things while Bray Wyatt and The Fiend were away. So she figured, what do I need him for? And that's when Bray Wyatt could have made another reveal and show that he did not teach Alexa literally everything he knows. He would have still had some tricks up his sleeve that he kept secret from her this entire time. and could have used those tricks for a creation of a female Fiend to take care of Alexa for him. And 2K's woman for the job was fine. Dana Brooke would have been a great fit. Bray would have showed us and Alexa that, oh, you think what I did to you was bad? Watch what I do to her. And that's when he creates something even darker than what he did with Alexa and turns Dana into a full-fledged female Fiend. Then from there on, if the female Fiend or Alexa Bliss wins, it doesn't matter, but at least something like that would have given us some sort of follow-up and closure for WrestleMania 37, which we never ever received. Seth Rollins' storyline has gone pretty insane since losing that tag team championship match. He's losing his mind. He just wants a WrestleMania match. We completely get that part of the story. But what makes this story a bit silly is when they put him in these matches where someone else's WrestleMania match is on the line. And sure, at least it's a Raw main event with some sort of high stakes. But when you really think about it, Seth has no shot to win and steal these matches from other superstars. Kevin Owens and Stone Cold already had months of their story for their WrestleMania moment. Same sort of thing goes for Edge and AJ Styles, which also had several weeks of build-up. So no one really expects Seth Rollins to come in, win, take their WrestleMania spot, and cancel out all that story that's already been in place for those matches. So that's why all these Seth Rollins matches with this stipulation has been pretty silly. But Seth grabbed a mic on Raw and said that Raw won't happen next week until he had a match. It's already been well reported that Cody Rhodes is signed, but what isn't known is how WWE will go about his return. Will he show up on this last Raw before WrestleMania? Will Seth Rollins do or say something that makes us see Cody Rhodes on Raw to make that WrestleMania match official a few days in advance? Or will WWE take the route of saving the surprise until WrestleMania itself? We saw WWE do that in 2017 with the Hardys' return, where that was kept secret until WrestleMania itself. Then they did it a year later with The Undertaker as well, who was a WrestleMania surprise. And we already made it this far, so might as well hold him off for a couple more days until WrestleMania. But what has fans second guessing about was how Seth Rollins' character is acting right now. It doesn't look like he'll accept Raw going off air next week without having a confirmed match. So that's what makes fans wonder if Cody does have a role in this edition of Raw or not. WWE has also announced that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are coming to Raw next week, which is another great move. Now, instead of having just 2 episodes of SmackDown left to build up for the WrestleMania main event, Brock and Roman will also have that Raw episode to do something for their story as well. So as of this very moment, they have 3 television shows left for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Hopefully they use these next 3 segments wisely, and they head into WrestleMania main event with a lot of momentum behind them. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.